In this video, we'll see rules of inference. I'll just read it out over here. You can note it down in between. Then we'll solve some problem on this. First is P and Q, that will be either P or Q, that is called as simplification. Then P will be P or Q will be P or Q, that is called as addition. Negation of P can be represented as P tends to Q, or if P then Q, or Q can be represented as if P then Q. Then this negation, you can see this negation we have written here, that can be P, or this negation we have written here, that can be Q. Then comes, if you have two proposition P and Q, you are writing P and Q, that is called as conjunction. If you are writing negation P tends to Q, or negation P bisection Q, that is called as disjunctive syllogism. Or if you are taking ulta of this, you can see here P and Q, if you are writing P or Q, that is exactly equal to negation of P and Q. Or if you are writing P and Q only, that will be equal to negation of P or Q. So here you have written P or Q, here negation of P and Q. Here this negation of P tends to Q, but here it is negation of this, so this is P tends to negation of Q. This is called as disjunctive syllogism, this is called as conjunctive syllogism. These two are very important. Then if P then Q, then if P then Q, then P if and only if Q. So this is what we call it as, I've told you in previous class, if and then, this is if and only if, conditional and biconditional. Yes, so this is called as modus ponens. Then P tends to Q will be negation of Q tends to negation of P. This is called as modus tollens or contrapositive. Yeah, so normally this is called as implication. This is bicondition or double implication, you can say. Then we'll see here P tends to Q and Q tends to R, that implies P tends to R. You can see these two are common, so if you delete this two, P tends to R you can take. That is called as hypothetical syllogism or transitive law. Then next is P tends to Q and R tends to S. So what is that? So if this one you see, this is P tends to Q and R tends to S. So if you are doing operation between two implication as AND operation, you can take the separate proposition like P or R implies Q or S. So depending on this, we'll see some problem. Here you can see the first one, that is R tends to S and P tends to Q and R or P. So this whole together should give you the result as S or Q. There is an important rule that I forgot to tell. If you are writing P and Q, then you can denote it as negation P tends to Q. Okay, so we'll see the solution over here, how it is happening. R tends to S and P tends to Q. Now I told you that if OR is there, you can write it as negation of P tends to Q. So the same way this one, if you have R or P, you can write it as what? Negation of R tends to P. Now if you see the transitive law, one tends to second, so one tends to second and second tends to third, then you can write it as one tends to third. So you can see here what is happening, that negation of R tends to P and P tends to Q. So if you take this two, what you can write as negation of R tends to Q. Okay, then if you take the other one, R tends to S, is there any relation between these two? You can't find it. So what we can do is, you can just make it the negative of this one that you have already seen in the relation. that is P tends to Q can be written as negation of P tends to Q. So here negation of R tends to Q can be written as R tends to negation of Q, and now you have R tends to S. So one tends to second and second tends to third. So what can you write it here? If this both the terms are equal, you can write it as negation of Q tends to S. And I told you if it is a something negation of Q tends to S, then what is the value? This is a OR, and P or S is equivalent to, or you can say equal to S or Q. So you have got the answer over here.